Yeah. Obviously, we got to give props to Ling for beating Mute Ace the first seed with DDD instead of his own main Peach. But here, the kick gloves are coming off. We're going to be going in on Pikachu, and this is going to be a battlefield start for game number 1. Interesting.
Definitely. This is an option where, I mean, we've seen all Peach mains love to go ahead and sit underneath those platforms with the up airs. It's just such a good tool to go ahead and apply safe pressure when your opponent's above you, but that does give Pikachu the ability to apply those projectiles on the platform and just kind of have a mobile hitbox that can intercept any kind of landing attempt.
Interesting that Shinymark is already going for the Thunder coverage on ledge. That's something that I would at least expected like minute 2, but we are already 30 seconds in going for that option. Showing your hand, but that'd be the conditioning that we could start setting up here. We're doing a great job of recovering and actually doing some aggressive quick attack here that can really beat out Ling if he's trying to press a button haphazardly.
And this is something that Shinymark has been doing all tournament, using the side B to go directly underneath the platform. The mix-ups have been phenomenal so far. I haven't seen him get intercepted once when using the side B into the up B to recover underneath the stage.
Right now, I mean, Ling is doing his damnedest to try to find coverage on these quick attacks with the turnip angles. Right now, it doesn't even matter. It's the backer that's going to take that stock. Pikachu is a light character, so you are very vulnerable when Ling does manage to get his hands on you.
Can we talk about the air-to-airs too from Ling? This has been so good so far. Typically, Pikachu's multi-hits are just so difficult to work around in the air, but these back airs and then the down airs as well from Peach have been doing a great job contesting this airspace.
Ooh, and the double parry on the T-Jolt into the dash attack. Ling has seen this song and dance before.
Definitely showing some familiarity with the matchup. The fair actually clanking with that projectile and then using the beefy up B to try to pressure, but Shinymark completely unfazed.
Okay, still the T-Jolt trying to cover, but you can see Ling going high, recognizing that this is Battlefield. I got plenty of space to go and move around to up here in the skies.
Good use of the dash attack, too. That's one of those options that's got enough of the disjoint to just challenge Pikachu's options off stage.
Okay, recognizing that we're going to get that Thunder to try to poke, make Ling regret going for an edge guard setup. Still, he's unperturbed. He's going to continue to shield that stuff out and just put up a wall here at ledge. Shinymark manages to bust through. We've got it. The up smash call out.
Finally getting one of those confirms off of the aerials as well. So now we have to see what we can get started here at low percent. Pikachu known for applying tons of damage there, but those up airs are not the tool we typically see. Only 23 from all of that work that Shinymark had to do in that spot.
I mean, I'm wondering when we're going to stop going for the up airs and go for a fast fall Thunder. That's usually the conditioning that I expect from a good Pikachu player worth their salt. Shinymark going to hold off on the trigger for just a moment. He's got to get himself past the fairs and the short hop floats.
The back air, too, from Peach is such a threat, too. It feels like it's challenging whenever Pikachu tosses out something like a neutral air or a forward air. It seems like it's going to clank and then sometimes just straight up beat it.
Yep. Avoiding every single turn up the obstacle course. Not really banging out, but yep, Ling sees the cross-up happen, reacts appropriately. The quick nair is enough. Again, Pikachu, anything that Peach does like past 120 is probably going to be a good option.
You talked about Ling trying to go ahead and adapt to toss out some kind of a hitbox against the up Bs, and so far it feels like that tool has really been ineffective in this matchup. Yeah. Anytime that Shinymark does like a double up B to try to pressure Ling's shield, Ling has a hitbox ready to go ahead and not just challenge it, but beat it.
Right, and Shinymark wants to do it to try to catch Ling while he's pulling turnips. He knows that if he can actually benefit there, but Ling has been very precise in when he is actually going for that turnip pull. He wants to do it at range where he knows that Shinymark is afraid to go for the approach like that.
Now using the forward air to get full stage control here is Ling. And then again, just look at the respect. Just, yeah, you're going to go ahead and do some nonsense at stage. I can't really react to that up B and determine what direction you're going to go. So yeah, I'll pull a couple turnips and make sure that I've got the tools ready and just sit at center stage.
And of course, T-Jolt being a bit of a linear projectile just means that Ling is able to float appropriately just out of reach and making it not really effective for Shinymark. He's looking for some setup or anything, or maybe a protection, but right now it offers nothing. Ling is going right at him.
Again, using the up B, but trying to get that second hitbox, and it just did not come out. Dash attack again, threatening to kill, but oh, he actually carried up onto stage with the momentum from the jump on the Thunder. So an awkward spot right there for Shinymark, and Ling looking unfazed and comfortable in this matchup.
And that's the anti-aerial nature of F-tilt, actually.
F-tilt, excuse me.
Yeah, it's F-tilt. So yeah, it's that ability for her to like kick really high with the can-can kicks, and she's able to do it. You know, she can catch you while you're floating just above where she would like to be herself. You know, it's like one of those things that I can do it, but you can't sort of thing.
True, true. I mean, this character in Pikachu really doesn't really like it when you can anti-air effectively with big old disjoints. Like, a lot of Pikachu players hate Mario's up smash because, my god, that's been bad for Pikachu in multiple games.
For sure.
And this one, You don't have as good of disjoints as like Mario up smash with Peach, but that up tilt, usually the up tilt, the up smash, or the forward tilt, both toss out those hitboxes that can catch any attempt to jump over Peach.
All right, now we're going to Town and City along stage with some good platform setups for Pikachu to get these great back air setups, especially looking for some more leverage off the T-Jolt as well, since we mentioned how that wasn't really getting him much. He's getting good close-range combos. I don't mind the scraps, but I feel like it's just not as much as he needs, right? He's getting a couple down tilts, but then instantly Ling kind of holds out, resets.
Just trying to apply some shield pressure right there with Shinymark, but so far Ling is not willing to abandon that defensive option. And look at the damage already. This turn-up tossed up to cover any kind of an aggressive jump from ledge. Phenomenal set play by Ling.
Yeah, Ling is going crazy right now. It's the turnips that has been so crucial in beating out Shinymark's approaches. And right now you can see he's trying to get any advantage state off of that nair, but the good shield discipline from Ling means that it's just going to be that much harder, and we're bouncing and bobbing and weaving over these T-Jolts. I wonder when it's going to give.
Toss, but can't quite get the back air to try to force Shinymark off stage. Instead, we're back in this right corner of the stage. It just feels like so far Ling has been pinned to the corner for so long by Shinymark's pressure. But if you actually look at the percentages, was that a jab?
That actually locked?
That's
what?
insane with a back air.
Okay, that's cool. Hey, you know, it doesn't really get too much off of it. It's sort of like a, oh, wow, that was a weird moment. But no platforms here. That means these juggles can be very nice here. Ling's got to get back, and now getting caught by some of these back air stuff. A little bit of a delay, and we managed to jump out. Ling is just getting out, but Shinymark trying desperately to get any advantage. Okay, get something here.
Yep, finally connecting with that back air to kill that. But again, at like 140 on this stage, that's mission accomplished for Ling. You're living, you've got Pikachu already at 50% where you have to start worrying about getting caught with the forward air at edge. Oh, great drag. Drag down, though. Tons of damage, perhaps, but no. Actually missed that last up air for the confirmed to continue that string.
But Shinymark was doing the right thing and landing and immediately shielding, knowing that Ling was looking for a get-out-of-jail-free card, one of those buttons that can kind of throw Shinymark astray. But I wonder, the good angles, we're still going to make it back, and it's all good. We're keeping mixing up these angles. I love it, but, I mean, Shinymark, we'll have to see what happens here as Ling again gets to set up.
I mean, Shinymark's hitting a lot of buttons at ledge, but not actually getting anything out of it. Ling standing strong in the perfect position to punish any option from Shinymark to get back.
Okay, turnip in hand, right back in with the side B, some extra damage, and we get a drag down. This is looking pretty decent. Can we get more juggles? And although this is Town and City, we're not going to be able to kill off the top as easily. We still got to go for whatever we can get.
Gets the parry right there into a back air of his own right there on Shinymark's side, and then using the up B to connect. But yeah, you're getting some dominance of the grounded gameplay right here, but whenever you're swinging with aerials, it feels like Ling just winning the air game.
Right. Good parry, but we have a bit of a delayed punish option, and he's just stuck on ledge going for T-Jolt. It feels like Ling has already done the work of pressuring Shinymark to the point where he is afraid of what Ling is packing.
Or it could just be that he's trying to establish the projectile game to basically make Ling start to approach.
That makes sense. Looked like maybe an attempt at a trump. It's not going to come to fruition, and we're back on last stock here for Ling. This is a good spot for Shinymark. He's actually looking like he's starting to come into the patience game a little bit better.
Please run into this back air. Please. Ling's tossing out 4 or 5 in empty space, just begging Shinymark to hit a single button errantly.
Back air beating out the T-Jolt, and Ling can just keep throwing that out because it's so quick.
Each of these hits with the up air, though, it just feels like either we get 1 or 2 up airs or nothing here. The combo game at low percents, it's been so hard for Shinymark to get these pickups.
Shinymark, yep, going for some like full hop T-Jolt, just trying to give himself as much less risky pressure, but he's going crazy with this headbutt. Not sure if that was normal.
Yeah, just to sell out all the way. It's like, listen, just go ahead and please air dodge. I need the clip.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, with the platform, actually bringing Ling right back into danger zone. Shinymark still able to get a couple hits, but now we lose stage control for it. Go underneath.
Yep, and all the way across the stage as well into the platform to basically reset the situation. But again, you use that aggressive up B back to the stage, and Ling is ready with the punish. Mr. Saturn on deck, so now perhaps we'll see some item gameplay that could make Shinymark question whether he can toss out shield, but no, great pressure off stage now.
Oh, the footstool. Okay, interesting. I mean, Ling just managed to jump out of that one. It's going to be Another game for Ling. Shinymark unable to really close that one out. He was looking for a little bit of like those scramble situations to come into his favor, but I don't know. Ling, he just played it safe. He played it consistent.
Yeah, I had to hold my breath in that spot. It felt like once Shinymark had the reversal and had Ling off stage, it felt as though that is where the game can turn on its head. Pikachu off stage, you've used up 1 or 2 of your jumps. You know what this character can do the second he's able to catch you out. But great perseverance from Ling and great just zealous guarding of his resources, not trying to be off stage without a defensive tool to get him out of dodge.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wonder the nature of this matchup because, I mean, we've seen it quite a few times at the top level, but Ling right now hoping for a quick 3-0 end to Shinymark's aggression here. I mean, this is his chance to really hit Ling with something big, but I mean, we've got to see it. I mean, this is technically he's seated to go on, right?
I believe so, yeah. So now platform options right there, and we saw that Ling, I thought he was trying to do a float cancel, but instead he just floated on the platform, just waiting for Shinymark to drop shield, trying to fake out the dash grab, instead trying to get a fair out of it. I dig these little like movement options from both of the Peaches that we've seen here in top 8.
Definitely a little bit of difference here, but yep, we're gonna punish that pretty hard. We're gonna get some good damage, but Shinymark now dragged down into the down smash. That's a nice way to finish it here on Town and City with those close side blast zones. That's a great way to get a kill confirm. Ling, this is the first time he's getting hit by that in game number 3, so might be more that we can get pulled out of the bag of tricks for Shinymark.
Speaking of bag of tricks here, we have to see Shinymark reach deeply into that one for these combos, but instead, Ling lands the call-out up smash in that spot, and the game immediately rewards him with a Stitch Face.
Yeah, exactly. The God smile on you yet again, young man. You are going to get something that you want to hold on to, get as much potential pressure and leverage off of as possible. Good evasion of all of Shinymark's most aggressive options. Good shield pressure, and we're able to get something else to boot.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that even if you don't get a massive combo out of your Stitch Face, it still deals a ton of shield damage and then opens them up for the poke. So you got to be just happy with that with Ling. Like, the item did its job.
Absolutely. Gonna get this big okay. Back underneath the stage, make it harder for Ling to edge guard.
And the drag downs into the spike, trying to go ahead and just cash out in that option. But Ling in a bit of a sticky situation here. Shinymark has been turning up the aggression here in this game, not trying to end this with a 3-0 defeat.
I mean, this is the thing. Shinymark playing a character that can often stale its best moves very quickly, so you need as many of those mix-ups like down air to kind of refresh everything that you want. We're looking for some big call-outs. I appreciate the attempts, but Ling, patient, practice, still going to get caught by the down smash. That's 2 for 2.
Exactly, and we haven't really seen that too much before this game, so perhaps a new option that Shinymark has been exploiting on those jump-ins from Edge.
Oh, wow, enforcing the fair. Shinymark not done yet. Getting a big fair. He's able to get, okay, a little bit more pressure. Drag down on the other side, okay.
But all the way across stage, and already 92 to 100 damage on Ling. It just feels as though this stock has not existed whatsoever. Shinymark putting on a show all of a sudden.
Okay, tried to go for the trump. Ling, quick with an option, the nair off of the ledge. Tries to fight back, get this to a last stock situation. Can't allow this to go unchecked. Turnaround grab. Ling just kind of let him have it.
And no thunder right there. Good discipline for Shinymark. Does get thrown off stage. Gets the air dodge through the turnip. And then again, which way am I going? 50-50 gas and Ling. Recognized that he just didn't have the speed to catch that with Peach's subpar ground front speed.
Okay, still the ledge slip into the back air. Ling able to get that pressure. We are going to get enough pressure, but it's still no kill throw. Wow.
Yeah, at 170%, this Pikachu is lasting so long. Finally, the back air going to clean it up, but a healthy deficit for Ling. So this is just Shinymark's game to lose here. Just got to tap it in, get one of those kill options that are now fresh.
Okay, and yeah, we do see an attempt at like drag down fair, something that he can lead into another one of those clutch down smashes that have been so killer this game. But right now it's the edge guard that's waiting to happen here for Ling.
I'm digging the use of this projectile too. It feels like that's something Shinymark's really been working in at edge. We don't get the drag down though.
He doesn't get the right side. He's looking for the grab, it looked like, but maybe it might have been a misinput. I'm not sure. He is going to get that dash attack. That's enough here. He gets kind of like the desperation kill, like the, oh, I messed up a couple times. I got to go for something here. He does get it, but it's risky.
It looked like that was a spot where Ling was trying to go ahead and just do a neutral air dodge and then DI out immediately so that you were going to just fall onto the ground with little to no lag. But unfortunately, buffer system exists. So if you weren't immediately resetting your stick to neutral, you're going to get that directional air dodge, and that's an awful way to lose the game.
Yeah, so Shinymark manages to win out forced situation like that. That's what you're looking for, trying to make it all happen. In game number 3, we win that game. Now on to a potential reverse 3-0. Do we need to say it again?
Potentially.
Or is that gonna be a curse?
we got to keep the narrative going there.
Right.
I'm reading from the script too here, Nerf. Also, we got to talk about the matchup between these two. So Shinymark has the advantage here. I think it's like 2-3 so far between these two. And also, Ling has lost the last 3 versus Shinymark. Like we saw recently, Collision being the last time those two fought. And yeah, we might very well see Shinymark get that opportunity to get the reversal.
Yeah, this could be crucial here, especially as we go to a tri-plat. Going back to Battlefield, this is where I think Ling won game 1. Gonna see how much payoff we can actually get with some of these good conditioning tools that we've set up thus far.
That forward air just swatting through the projectile and then connecting with Pikachu. Now the reversal there with the up B, so good opportunity for some damage there. But we can't get the spike, but the suicide! The up B a little bit too low on Ling's end. What a rough way to start game 4.
Yeah, the man in hand is not going to save you here. Instantly, Shinymark takes point. He recognizes I can go for some of these good juggles. I can go for fake outs as well. Trying to keep Ling always expecting the unexpected. Have to be ready for whatever.
And now we've got projectile gameplay into just fade back up Bs, utilizing that phenomenal momentum that Pikachu has to try to run away with a solid lead.
The amount of clanks on these projectiles that both players have been able to actually benefit from has been insane. That headbutt into the turnip to actually give yourself a second headbutt to go underneath the stage, that's wild play for Shinymark, but he's able to get back for now. He doesn't get the reset on the platform that he's looking for in a 103. He's got to use this rage a little bit, because you know Pikachu can use it very well.
And look at the combos here from Shinymark. The confidence this player has now that we have this lead and that Pikachu is able to play from underneath those platforms with stage control. It just feels like it's a completely different game here when Shinymark is able to play defensively and get a little bit of that dodge and weave gameplay.
Right, forcing Ling to be the one approaching the jump from ledge. Caught again. Shinymark now a 3-1 lead. This is looking very strong, and we get another headbutt in the chamber. A third one, and we go all the way back to the other side. Ling still trying to set up desperately, but can't figure out which side he's got to cover.
The shield pressure was insane right there from Ling, too. Just about every hitbox in the arsenal, trying to chop away at Shinymark's shield.
Yeah, these Peach block strings are no joke, man. Gotta be careful here. He's gonna get that jump as well. Shinymark could be going for a little bit of a jump. Aggressive option over ledge a couple times now, so Ling now starting to look for it.
And full stage control for Shinymark, just trying to go ahead and play from that circle in the center of Battlefield, because you can just reset to that and make it very difficult for Ling to exploit any kind of an option. You just fade back on top of those platforms, and then Ling has to guess whether you're going to fastball onto the platform or if you're going to just fade back even further and just hit the ground.
Right, and now float runs out. We're going to have to fall back to stage eventually. Gets out, shield out on that down tilt, and Ling cannot get anything. He can't roll out. He cannot escape. Shinymark is just right on his heels.
I mean, talk about block strings. Pikachu got a couple pretty good ones, too.
Definitely, especially since you can get that T-Jolt into grab, among other things. Like, you can get so many great setups with the T-Jolt, and they hadn't been getting him much leverage in the first couple games. Now, they're starting to pay off.
Now off stage there, intercepted with the Nair, but even using the up B to get back, and then good tech on that platform as Ling could have exploited that. We do get the drag down and do solid damage right here. Ling struggling to actually get any kind of a connection right there, but good discipline for Shinymark just to drift away.
Okay, and yeah, it looks like a fast fall in there, actually leading to a clutch button press from Shinymark. He gets the up tilt to catch Ling, dropping shield haphazardly. A lack of a tech on the platform, though, means Ling is going to secure that kill. We've got a last stock situation. Shinymark's got to finish this, bring it to a game 5 before it starts to get out of hand.
This feels like all of a sudden, Ling, if we get any kind of momentum here, that might very well come back to bite Shinymark, missing that confirm.
Okay, we get the short hop float down air. That's going to be a nice long-lasting tool to catch Shinymark if he's thinking it might be his turn to act.
With no rage, I don't think we're at like any kind of a percent where Pikachu can kill with a throw either. So the commitment to shield is allowing Ling to just slowly chip away at this lead and fight back in the match.
Ling recognized that the last kill of the last game was with dash attack. He's not going to fall for that again, but he's going to get caught with the aerial option. It's still alive here, 172. It's an angle down F-tilt, and we've got a game 5.
It is a testament to the talent on display here at Patchwork that we've seen so many of these matches. Back and forth sets time and time again, and you never know when the chips are down who's going to come up showing 2 aces.
Not often that we saw the F-tilt come out from Shinymark, especially in these clutch edge situations. That might be the X factor in the final hour of this set. We could bring it back.
I mean, if I'm being honest...
the handshake right before, the respect from both players. This is Game 5. This is it.
This is the winner's bracket run for sure. Nobody wants to be stuck in loser's bracket with folks like waiting basically to... I mean, we've got another Peach in there.
I know.
So do we actually have to have Shinymark go through the gauntlet if we lose this Game 5?
Who knows? Right now, it all comes down to these next 7 minutes or less. Ling going to have to play a little bit more patiently because he recognizes how dire the situation has become. As he's put on his heels, he knows Shinymark is looking for the big plays that had got him so much in that last game. He knows that these advantage states have been very volatile. He's got to nip it in the bud.
And so far untouched on this start of the stock here. Trying to go aggressive with the down air, but not quite going to connect. Instead, Ling able to get back to stage and applying some of that safe pressure, but the roll back, a little bit of like trepidation right there. Ling definitely hesitant to try to push advantage in that spot.
Ling is getting put in these close range scraps. Shinymark wants to get him in those areas where he can get the confirms with the multi-hits. Just seeing the grab combos coming out, and yeah, Shinymark might have been holding shield for a long time. Ling's got to play up the grab game as a response.
Oh, gets stuck on the platform right there, and that leads to the errant forward smash. Now underneath the stage again with the up B, but sniped out by the turnip. Not quite going to work out in Ling's favor as much as we'd like to see, though.
Yeah, and you can see Shinymark with the great angles to actually hit through both hits of that quick attack and then grab ledge just in case. Always covering his bases. Ling, he's got to find this kill really fast.
Yeah, that was one of those where I could have sworn Ling was going to be ready to punish that up B vulnerability, but good angle from Shinymark as Ling guessed incorrectly.
All right, a little bit unsafe, looking for the fair on shield. Ling's got to space that correctly. He does get a connection here, and that's a good way to get the kill. Still, Pikachu is light, but we were living to good percents, good healthier percents for Shinymark. He's got to keep that up.
These dash attacks, too, it feels like Ling's been tossing that out quite a bit here in this Game 5. And that time we just saw the first hit get shielded, and then Shinymark tried to jump out of shield, looked like to get a punish kill.
Ooh, they're both just vying for control, really desperate to try to get some of these multi-hits to work in their favor, but both of them able to escape the neutral for a moment. Ling cannot set up on ledge again. It's another cross-side reversal.
And you know Mute's in loser's bracket watching both of these players intently say, hey, if we got to go ahead and get the Pikachu matchup or the D3 matchup, you might have to swap who you're practicing.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it ends up being the D3 matchup, watching this set's not going to help you out here. But at least right now, Shinymark putting up a hell of a fight, trying to take this first stock desperately, but Ling is starting to set up shop.
And then just using the movement again, just waiting for Shinymark to just drop shield with something errantly, but instead the dash attack perfectly positioned to snipe Ling's options out.
Remember, that dash attack can actually anti-air. It could be a viable option for some of these low floats and short hop float distances that Ling has been opt to go for. I don't know. We're seeing more pressure with that T-Jolt, and it's enough to actually secure the dash attack that will finish the first stock.
But look at the lead here starting to build from Ling, and now we have to worry about being just about at kill percent. If we get any kind of a confirm here off stage, trying to go for the nair, but not going to cover edge perfectly. So Shinymark.
Oh! No. You cannot miss that in Game 5. You've gotten every single one up till now. This cannot end like this.
So now that just means that Shinymark has more work to do. We've seen the combo game be on point so far. Now we need to see tons of damage off of one of these dragdowns, but instead, the Thunder looks like perhaps that was a tech flub there as Shiny just stuck on the platform, unable to get any kind of a punish going.
The half-stage run-up back air still going to make things work for Shinymark. He gets a clutch hit here. He could, if he keeps the percents low and healthy, he could take a stock and make it almost even again.
And the fake outs on the first one, but he went again back to the well, and that time Ling ready with the punish.
Now this is where Ling starts to actually do the things that he needs to do to win the set. The win cons are looking much cleaner. He's getting these hits into a reset for a landing grab that can extend even further. That's where Shinymark is looking to hold shield. He's desperate for this escape.
Trying to go ahead and get any kind of a T-jolt to just apply some pressure and force Ling in, but no, the defensive options are on deck. The down air not going to lead into the Thunder either, so Ling, good TI there. The Nair beats out that option. Again, Shinymark just milliseconds away from claiming stocks, but unable to get the connection. Does get the drag down, up smash, last stock, game 5.
Oh my god, it yet again comes down to last stock. Shinymark going to bring it to potentially a reverse 3-0 point. He's got to stay alive here. The turnips have been doing amazing work at forcing these good angles, and he cannot make another mistake like he did.
Tried to go for the drag down there, but not going to work out. And so in Ling instead, second lease on life. That was the win con right there for Shinymark, dragging a character off stage with Pikachu. It's so terrifying to try to get back.
Ling now is able to hold shield a lot more safely because he is at low percent. You might take a couple hits, but he can get out. And see, just like that, he's able to find the option, the back air, to make Shinymark have to let go of the gas.
The whiff on the dash grab, though, such a mistake from Ling.
Okay, either way, he's going to look for the coverage on the platform. Shinymark trying to stay center stage, trying to control this zone.
It's just safe hitboxes from both players. Neither one of them wants to commit to anything because they know that if I hit the wrong button, the combos could be killer.
Okay, he's going a little ham. He's looking for the Thunder. It might be a little risky. We are going to go for it, and it's going to be a trade, but it works in Ling's favor. He's going to get it and secures the Game 5 win. A great, fervent handshake for both these players. The nerves, obviously, from all of us getting expended in that final moment.
Yeah, a couple smiles right there from Shinymark as just taking a minute to just fluff the jersey, just say, listen, I got to take a deep, deep breath because I don't know about you, Nerf, but I could barely breathe for the last 45 seconds of that commentary bit. I can only imagine what the players were doing.
That was definitely intense to the nth degree. We've still got a nice ending here for Ling as he continues on winner's side. Shinymark, not out just yet.
Oh, no.
Do not count this guy out. He's going to make the run through losers. Mark my words.